hard. Bucky don't got much brains, but he sure do have the heart. Tread is good for all, promoting everyone.
Hi, Sue.
Sound of a monster kid
We'll be starting in about
called
3 or 4 minutes.
Watching the bad movies so we don't have to scream. You know we're more alone, singing a spooky song. Monster Kid Dream, the ultimate team. Fred has his Mad Max gloves. Bucky is at the library. Mort does the Mort things. Hugo is watching me. Fred has his Mad Max gloves. Bucky is at the library. Mort does the Mort things. Hugo is watching me. Fred and Bucky, Monster Kids Supreme, watching the bad movies so we don't have to scream. Hugo and Mort along, singing the spooky song. Monster Kid Dream, Fred and Bucky, Monster Kids Supreme, watching a bad movie so we don't have to scream.
Also, the weather is so nice out, you know. And I'm doing well. Thank you. I hope you're doing well also. And we're like a minute and a half out. We'll start very shortly. Oh, I know. The past couple of days have been so gray. It was really nice to step outside and look, the sun. The sun is shining. Hey, Gary. Gary, those were some nice finds at Jamie's Flea Market this week. Hey, welcome. It's all but 5 o'clock. And you have found, there we go. Hey, you stumbled across Murder Table Monday. It's a show where friends just gather. We chit-chat. I drink my last coffee of the day, and we just check in on each other. I'm going to set the timer here from the Linwood Ott Funeral Home. It's a countdown timer. Funeral home countdown timer. I know, right? I can't make this up. Okay. We're going to set it for 30 minutes. We're counting down. I like to keep it short. But so that's set up. Hey, Bruce. Greetings, Bruce Cook. Bruce, thank you for like all the DM messages and the memes and stuff you send. Stuff like that really, it does. It brightens the day. It's just nice to be remembered. In case Halloween Jack doesn't show up, I do have our trivia card set up over here. That's next to the coffee. And water in case, got some water over there. Spring has, it's crazy nice outside. We had a couple of damp, wet, dreary days, overcast. Not too cold, but like overcast and just damp. But it's like well into the 70s. That March sun is beaming down. It's warm in the windows. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. The weather here in the swamp is fantastic. My favorite pair of readers broke, so I got my backups on, and my phone is charging right now. Normally I read the comments on my phone, but I'm utilizing the comments over here on the side on the old laptop. So if I'm a little, a little off today or something, or you're wondering what I'm doing by, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading the comments. Uh, hey, what a week, right? Last weekend I was taking care of our daughter's cats. Cats are not one of my favorite animals on the planet. The things you do for friends and family, right? Well, she was on a cruise, and it was like a band cruise where a couple of bands are also on the cruise, and it's I guess it's a thing now because I've seen it advertised, and they had like two stops, and now somewhere along the way our wires got crossed, and Bruce is expecting some cold weather next week. Yeah, it's only supposed to be nice here for like 2 days, and it's going to drop back down to the 40s. But she somewhere along the way our wires got crossed. I thought I was only supposed to take care of the cats Friday and Sunday, thinking that she was going to be home Tuesday. Right? That's that's me doing me math. If I'm taking care of the cats every other day and the last day that I'm supposed to take care of them is Sunday, that must mean that she will be home Tuesday to make sure everything's good. Well, that didn't happen. Me and the wife text, now she's on a cruise. She don't have internet. Costs money for that internet. Hey, Halloween Jack, if you're feeling up to it, we would love some trivia questions today. If not, that's okay. I do have a backup. So, yeah. So, we don't hear back from her Monday. We don't hear back from her Tuesday. We don't hear back from her Wednesday during the day. And I'm like, I'm worried. I'm worried about her. And I'm just telling this story because if you ever go away and let somebody know when you're expecting to come back home, especially if they're taking care of your animals, or they're your parents or spouse or sons and daughters, because that was a nerve-wracking couple of days when you're not hearing back. You don't have, because we had no idea the cruise line she was with, the airline that she was expecting to come home on. We just had no information. So that's just like a public service announcement from Doc. Just let people know. Okay, well, it looks like Lynn is having some fantastic weather down there in Kentucky. 70s in old Kentucky. And Halloween Jack says going to be 80s. Wow, that's 80s in Virginia this week. Bruce says we have to keep our cats separated. A day shift and a night shift. Shadow's time is now. That's crazy. And Bruce says that he fed up the birds to provide entertainment for both. Yeah, my wife, I don't know what happens. You hit an age, I guess, so I've been told, where suddenly the birds seem like really important. And we have, we got 3 hanging feeders, which I can see out the window here. This is my favorite seat. Like, in the house, when I'm doing anything, editing or whatever, I like to sit, this is here. Like, I can look, there's a door there, and then there's a door there, so I can tell what's, coming and going. And then the window's right there, I can watch the birds. And, yeah, you hit an age where, I don't know, just make sure the feeders are full. You spend too much money on that chunky bird food for the blue jays. End up buying peanuts for some birds, but then the squirrels eat them. And the mealworms, which are stupid expensive, but the bluebirds love them. So that's Doc's life. Watch the birds, edit, film. Watch the birds, edit, film. Take care of the cats. Take care of the grandkids. So Thomas says it is 80 degrees there in South Carolina. Here's the kind of funny thing. In New Jersey, down the shore, as they like to say in Philadelphia, down the shore, it's only like in the 45-degree range because of that wind coming off of the ocean and stuff. But it's beautiful and 70 here in beautiful southeastern Pennsylvania. Lynn says, try corralling a house full of dogs and cats 24/7. It can be interesting. Here, we have 2 cats and 1 dog, and she's a sweet girl. The dog's a sweet girl. She's getting up there. She's like 12 years old. Jersey Shore, my last hometown. Yes, it is. 40s in Jersey. Oh, how long? Yeah. New Jersey came up on Internet Movie Database. I was doing some research, and I forget what it. Brain. I don't know. I was doing some research. I'm going to be on the 86th. Help me out, Jack. I can't keep the name straight. I believe that's what it is this week, and we will be talking about a classic sci-fi, a classic piece of science fiction film, celluloid film. Galaxy of Terror is the name of it, and stars Ray Watson, my favorite Martian, and it's going to be a lot of fun. The movie's it's going to be a lot of fun talking about it. That's all I'm going to say because we're going to talk about it later. And Halloween Jack's going to tell me the day. I'm checking the comments. I'm looking over there often, and normally it starts about 10 after 7 if I'm not correct. Bruce says the Cardinals will peck at our door for more food. Really? That's crazy. We always look forward to the catbirds. I don't know why, but catbirds are a lot of fun to watch. and I like the bluebirds, which eat the worms, which is why I spend too much money on the worms. Gary went to Cape May several years ago. We always vacation, except when I can get out of it, in Delaware, and at a friend's house. My friend's family have a rental, and we go with our friends, and we all toss in money, and we rent the house, and we've gone to Cape May a couple of times, but we took the ferry over, and that's the only big boat that I've ever been on, other than like a canoe. So, hey Doc, have you watched Crust yet? Thomas, I did watch Crust. This week, Dr. Dread reviews the movie Crust. And kind of a fun story going on about that is I happen to be on Facebook, scrolling. What do they call that? Doom scrolling? I don't know, just wasting time, responding to stuff. And I follow Sean Whalen. And Sean Whalen, if you don't recognize the name, he was Roach from People Under the Stairs. He was also in the movie Twister. And he had a very small part in Batman Returns. And he was the peanut butter Aaron Burr commercial guy. But he really cool, down-to-earth guy. He posts something every day. And one of his reels, he addressed how people were always saying, hey, I liked you in People Under the Stairs, or I liked you in Twister, but nobody ever watches my new movies. Which I hadn't a clue. So I sought it out. It's available on Tubi. Crust, it's a comedy about a sad, lonely guy who either manages or owns a laundromat and his sock pile. How is that horror, you ask? Well, the horror is that the sock pile magically, mysteriously, because it's been used, it comes to life and it becomes the protector the protector of the sad, lonely laundromat guy. And why am I telling you all this now when you can watch Dr. Dre Reviews on Friday at 9:40 on the Monster Channel? And if you miss it there, you can catch it on YouTube later. I'll give you my take on Crust. I don't want to say too much more about it, other than we got the idea to review it from a Facebook reel, and I reached out via Facebook message via. I always look crooked. Maybe it's my head. Facebook Messenger. I reached out to Sean and left him know that I would review it, and he responded, and I was kind of shocked. And well, I'm done editing it, and I sent links to the review to Sean and Shonda, who also I met her at a con, and she's also in the movie. But I sent a copy to Daniel Roebuck too, which he never gets back to me. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll see him at Monster Bash. He's a busy guy. He's always making movies. But look at me name dropping. It's crazy. Lynn says, "Hey, we got to hang out with." Where'd it go? Got to hang out with Sean years ago. What a fun guy. He played Tiny Tim going bad in The Hebrew Hammer to Andy Dick's Evil Santa. Sean looks like such. I don't really know him, but from his reels, he's always talking about family, and he's doing goofy things, and he seems like a real fun person to be around. Thanks, Lynn, for sharing that. I would love to meet him. He just looks interesting. Somebody you could sit down and have a cup of coffee with. And I would like to welcome Joel the Mouse Wilhelm, famous cartoonist. And you can follow him on Facebook, The Sheltered Life. And if I got that wrong, he'll correct me. I get a lot of things wrong. Hey, welcome, Joel. Joel did a design for me, which I turned into a sticker. And it looks totally awesome, and I really appreciate his work. And I'm going to have to commission him for something else. But welcome, Joel. Thomas says that's how he learned about Crust also. Was through the reel that Sean posted. Did you watch it? Did you watch it, Thomas? And without giving anything away, did you like it? And then Joel saying hiya, hiya. Hiya, hiya, hiya. Froggy. Hiya. Okay, hey, Gloria, welcome, Gloria. And she says hi, all. Gloria says hi, all. Better late than never, right? You know what? Anytime somebody wants to drop in is a good time here at the murder table. We don't have a clock except the Linwood Ott Funeral Home countdown timer. And we're looking at 15 minutes. I'm halfway through. Hi, Gloria. Welcome. And while Gloria is here, let me just say that check out the Haunted Hotel. See Mr. Graves and Fang and the whole crew at the hotel. They air on Saturdays on the Monster Channel, right after Chad and Bunny, normally around 12:30. And it's something I at least always watch the first 45 minutes. Normally Saturdays, right about that 12:30 time, it's our time where we have to start doing stuff. But it's how it works. Bruce says we saw Tiny Tim perform in Memphis. The Monkees played that night as well. Tiny Tim and the Monkees. Are we aging ourselves, Bruce? Is that that we know who those people are? I guess most of today, the youth of America have no idea who Tiny Tim is, unless they're like movie junkies and they've heard the Insidious, Tiptoe Through the Tulips, which is creepy. It's just creepy. Hey, Grandpappy's in the house. Gloria was washing windows and lost track of time. Losing track of time in this beautiful weather is so easy to do. Grandpappy's in the house. Thomas says yes. It has a good cast, but a leisurely pace. Interesting. Interesting that you say that. Yeah, Thomas, we here, I'm going to say it. One of the things we mentioned in our review, which airs on the Monster Channel at 9:40 on Friday night for Crust, one of the things we mentioned, thank you, Gloria loves the hat, is the cast in the movie Crust. They're incredibly talented people who just really good. The cast was excellent with a leisurely pace. Bruce says the Monster Channel is a blast. I am so thankful for the Monster Channel, Bruce. It's really near and dear to me, and the work that Halloween Jack does to make sure the channel stays relevant and up to date and working and scheduled. I can't say enough about that. Gary saying hi to Grandpappy. Bruce says yes, the youth just don't know. They don't know Tiny Tim. They don't know Laughing, Struthers Brothers. They don't know Hee Haw, right? Hee Haw. Hee Haw! All that good stuff. Jack says it's good to hear. Halloween Jack. Seriously, the channel's my lifeline, right? Since the old eye went bad, and I found the Monster Channel, it became a part of it. Not too long after I lost my job. It's become very, very important to me. Gary says it looks like Cinema Wasteland is coming to an end, and April will be the last one. Oh my goodness. That's sad. Wait a minute, Jack is mentioning something. Okay, scrolling back here. And then it says if we had the Monster Channel when I was a kid, and then it disappeared on me. I never would have I never would have left the TV set. How true is that? Yeah. All those cool. I mean, in the Kung Fu movies, Monster Channel just has a little bit of so much. Okay, come on, scroll thing. I'm not used to doing this on the computer. Normally it's my phone, and it's not going. You know what? Click on that. They missed Ed Sullivan, where we kept up with all the new acts. Yes, Kids Today. So many Facebook friends have programs on the channel. Well, thank you, Bruce, for watching and for being Facebook friends with the creators. It's crazy. I don't know if anybody really make any money. It's just a love of the art. At least for me, it's the love. And here's the thing. I'm having a blast. And if people don't enjoy what I'm making, that really don't matter to me because I'm just having so much fun making it. Why did that turn colors? That's crazy. Bruce says the Allman Brothers Band. Sorry. And Halloween Jack does have trivia. Yeah, all the great acts that people when you made like Ed Sullivan, that was huge. And then after that it was Johnny Carson. If you ever, got on the Tonight Show, that was, crazy. Gary said that he heard the guy that runs it has had health problems. Cinema Wasteland, it may be the last year for it in April. And that used to be a wild and just a party, just a crazy debacle from what I hear. I've never been there. I've heard stories from Richie. I've heard, oh, what the heck is that? I did something bad. Now I've lost. Let's go back. I don't know if I can go back. Okay. My computer is like I've been hacked. Wait a minute. Up there, that's better. I'm afraid to touch anything. Halloween Jack says it's a labor of love. And it is. Labor of love and some merch. Bruce, have I... Forgive my memory. If I have never sent you anything, hit me a direct message, and I'll send you some stickers and some things out. Unless you already have that. In which case, I won't send it to you again, unless you want it. If you want a couple more stickers, I'll send the stickers and a bookmark out to you. Watch The Doors on Ed Sullivan. Wow, that's going back. Didn't they get in trouble on Ed Sullivan? Like or was that the Stones? I think that was the Stones. They didn't change the lyrics. They sang something they weren't supposed to. Lynn says he watched Carson with his dad when he was a kid and loved it. For me, it was watching Johnny Carson with my grandparents when we visited them like once a month, and they would stay up and they would watch the monologue, and then they would go to bed. But Carson would stay on, and I always loved when he had the animals from the zoo on the show. Jim said the word hi. Hey, Dan. Welcome, Dan from Texas. Welcome to Murder Table Monday. Jim said the word hi. The Ed Sullivan Show, which got him in some hot water. He was probably never asked to come back. How can Jim Morrison not say the word hi? I mean, it's just like... And speaking of Jim Morrison, any fans of the Doors movie where Val Kilmer plays Jim Morrison? Who got peed on? Sue said somebody got peed on. Oh yeah, Johnny Carson. I'm sorry, Sue. I'm still on Jim Morrison, and I'm wondering who he peed on because that just sounds crazy. Yeah, Johnny Carson. Whenever he held the animals, always something fun happened. Whether it was a tarantula crawling up his arm, and the handler saying, "Whatever you do, don't breathe on it. They don't like when you breathe on them." The Doors said, "Baby, I want to get you higher," was the lyrics. Thank you, Joel. Thank you. And then Gary says, American Bandstand, Ed Sullivan, Johnny Carson were the places to go see the big names. There's a fun YouTube clip with Dick Clark interviewing Prince. And it's just so Prince and so Dick Clark. And if you get a chance to go check that out, that was a lot of fun. Halloween Jack says, yeah, that was a very good film. The Val Kilmer Doors movie. Val Kilmer's really, what can I say? You know, Tombstone, his Doc Holliday, and the only thing that I've seen him in that I really didn't like, which is a real kick in the... I did not like it. It was the Batman, where he played Batman. I'm sorry. Joel Schumacher with those two movies. And I don't know if it was just him. I'm going to blame him. I'm going to blame Joel. I'm going to blame Joel Schumacher for those two Batman movies. That I'll watch them still. I'm a Bat fan, but Val Kilmer and the other guy who played Batman, that guy, yeah, I'm your Huckleberry, yes. Johnny Carson got peed on. The head and his hair. Johnny Carson got peed on. He got pooped on. It's, you know, I miss that humor that can stay non-political and just be funny. I miss what Joel said. We'll try and scroll up without messing anything up again. Not Joel, Lynn. That tiny monkey. Yeah, the tiny monkey is what peed on him, right? Up there, I did it again. I'm sorry, I missed what you said, Lynn, but I'll go back and I'll read the comments later. On Saturday morning, Soul Train came on after the cartoons. Yeah, that was like noonish, 1 o'clock ish. Soul Train. That would be when my dad would take over the television, and we weren't allowed to. Yeah, we didn't watch Soul Train. My dad would put on probably wrestling. Kilmer was better as Bruce Wayne than he was as Batman. I just don't either. I'm sorry, Halloween Jack. I don't see him in that role as I don't know. And Joel says the Batman outfit's nipples was a bit too much. Yeah, in the close up of bat butts, bat butts in latex. Like, the whole suit was latex, but something called a sugar glider. I'm not sure what that is, and I don't want to offend anybody, so I won't send it. So I won't say it a second time. Bruce says a fun book, Batman, a celebration of 75 years. I believe I have that book. It was a Christmas gift for my daughter. My Halloween Jack says my dad took over the TV in the afternoon to watch the wide world of sports, bowling, and golf. Yeah, if wrestling wasn't on, or it was normally wrestling, and then I remember watching the wide world of sports often with my dad. Hey, Don Cornelius with the Soul Train. I love the animation at the beginning, and I came across a clip on YouTube of people dancing in Soul Train. I wish I could move like that. Sue says monkey. Monkey. It's a monkey. The monkey did the dirty deed on top of Carson's head. Okay, Halloween Jack, we're at 28. We're at 528. Let's go with those trivia questions, and then I'll shut it down after the trivia questions. It's crazy. I was going to get on here, and I'm just going to fill time. Jack, you let me know when you're ready. That's Halloween Jack. Halloween Jack, Monster Channel Program Manager. He's coming up with some trivia for you. I was going to fill today's time with talking about wings. Last week we went to a never been there before. It's a little bit up the road. It's called Pepe's, and we had wings. Okay, Halloween Jack says because of the wreath of the bride, 2 bride questions. Very good. You type them out. So on Monday they have wings special, 50-cent wings up at Pepe's. Never been there before, and we went on a Monday. And yes, go ahead, Halloween Jack. I'm ready. Send it. Here we go. Trivia question. I'm going for wings again tonight. That's how good they were last week. But there was a problem last week. Okay, Halloween Jack says, who played Baron Frankenstein in the 1985 version of The Bride? 1985 version of The Bride. Who played Baron Frankenstein? I know this one. Yeah, there we go. D9 coming. Oh, Thomas first. That was so close. You guys both typed in at the same time. Sting. Thomas got Sting. D9, welcome D9. I didn't know you were lurking, or I would have said, hey, welcome to Murder Table Monday. And then Sue got it. Yeah, D9 got it. Gordon Summer, is that Sting's? Sue, you're rocking out, right? You're rocking out to those classics. Is Gordon Summer Sting's actual name? It was so close, Halloween Jack. I don't know. They both D9 and Thomas were like right, boom, boom. I think they tied. Yes. So anyhow, there was a problem. Go ahead. You type the next question, Halloween Jack. Good job. Good job to anybody who knew Sting. Papa Bear. My brother from another mother. Don't worry about being late. You're always welcome at the murder table, my friend. Did you know that Gordon Summer was Sting's real name? Papa Bear? Me and Papa Bear are working on some collaborations. And there's Wally the cat. Wally the cat has decided to visit the table. People were saying hi to Pulper Bear. Yeah, me and Pulper Bear working on some collabs remotely. And isn't technology fantastic? Here we go. Question number 2. That's what she said. Okay, question number 2. I love the side conversations going on here. I'm trying to keep up. I'm not that quick. D9 wishes she was related to somebody, and I don't know who that person is. It's Deneen. It's just written D9, and I should make a joke, like a robot joke, that D9. It's, I don't know, she probably doesn't think it's funny. Okay. What animal inspired the spitting, hissing noises that Alyssa Lancaster makes as the bride? Thomas says a cat. Pulper Bear says a goose. Lynn says a cat. Dan says a cat. I think it was a goose. Swans. Swans, Sue says. It's not swans? Halloween Jack? Sue got it. Yes, it was swans. My brain was goose, but it was swans. They're nasty animals. Okay, right before I shut this down, thank you, Halloween Jack. I appreciate you coming up with the trivia questions. I hear the newest Bride movie is not that good. People are saying it's not that good. Halloween Jack says she saw swans at Regent Park in London. She, being Alyssa Lancaster. Very nasty animals, and they often hissed and spit at visitors. At the power plant, they have what's called a spray pond, which holds reserve water. And the geese have decided that that's a place to gather, eat grass, poop, nest, whatever, at the spray pond. And guards would have to patrol that area, and there's nothing funnier than watching somebody armed to the teeth running away from a goose. It's not, it shouldn't be funny, but it is. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, Michael says he's late to the game and he's about to walk into a theater to see Scream 7. Hey, Michael, I'd love to hear your opinion of Scream 7. Let me know what you thought. And thank you for stopping by and checking in. Hey, this is Doc Dread. I'm just going to throw some shout-outs to the Haunted Hotel. Watch it, look for it, find it, stream it. Halloween Jack, thank you. Look for the Monster Channel, www.themonsterchannel.com. Check it out. Check out the host. Interact with them. Make Facebook friends with them because they're lonely, desperate people that lack human contact because they're weird. Me. That's me. I'm describing myself. Also, you don't want to know my Halloween Jack. I do want to know your opinion, but not right now. I'm saying goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, Sue. Thank you for always being here. Thank you, Dinon. I'm really hoping those wings. There was a problem with the order last week. It never made it to the cook because the tape, the computer tape, where they typed the orders in, the paper had run out. So we waited for like an hour for our hamburgers and our wings. And the owner came over and apologized and comped the whole meal with free desserts, comped the drinks. They did the right thing, and we're going back. Okay, hey, love you guys. I will catch you next week. Don't forget to check out the movie Crust. Love to hear your opinion. Check out our review of it on Friday, Monster Channel. Okay, this is me. Check it out. Halloween Jack says, hey, Gloria, give El Diablo a big hug. That's the puppy. And I am closing, there it is, end live video. Have a great week, everybody.